Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to ACC Women's Premier Cup 2026. It's match day 2 and it's the afternoon game. We had a crackerjack of a contest in the morning, and for game 2 today we have Qatar and Hong Kong China taking on each other. And in the commentary box with me is Dennis, who was a little while ago at the toss with both the captains.
Our second game here at the KTJ Oval on match day number 2 of the ACC Women's Premier Cup in Malaysia is a clash between Hong Kong, China and Qatar. At the toss I have the two captains, Natasha Miles from Hong Kong, China, Aisha from Qatar, and our match referee Edwin. Natasha is a home captain, so she'll flip the coin. Tails is a call. Tails it is. Aisha, you win the toss. Tell us what you're going to do and why.
We are going to bowl first. Because we have a very good batting lineup, and I think we can chase the target.
All right, the result didn't go your way yesterday. How does your team bounce back today?
Yeah, we just working on the batting lineup, and we have set our batters to be consistent and keep the scoreboard ticking.
All right, have you made any changes to the team?
Yeah, there are 2 changes. Jaza and Sargam is coming in for Tafawal and Lihara.
All right, good luck to you and the girls. Natasha, you've been asked to bat first. Your thoughts about that?
Very happy about that. I think had we won the toss, probably would have done the same. It's quite a nice batting track, and looking to put a score on the board.
Yesterday you had the runs on the board, but it was a difficult defense for you. What do you want to see from your bowling today?
I think we learned a lot from yesterday's game. I think we'll take a lot of those learnings into today, just controlling the lengths that we want to bowl on this wicket. And I think we had a good chat about that, and I think we're ready to go.
All right, 133 yesterday didn't seem enough. What do you think will be good enough today?
Above that.
All right, any changes to the team from yesterday?
None for us.
All right, good luck to you and the girls.
Thank you very much.
And that's the news from the middle. Qatar have won the toss and they will be bowling first.
Well, we heard from both the captains. It was Qatar that won the toss and they decided to field first, very similar to what we saw in the morning. And they put the Hong Kong China girls to bat. Dennis, you were at the toss with both the captains. What did you make of their decisions?
Yeah, the captain Aisha winning the toss and electing to field. She said that she trusts her batting. So whatever total they are going to be able to restrict Hong Kong China to, they will be able to chase it down. And for Natasha, I think she was happy because she must have wanted to bat. For her, runs on board is important for her and her team. And when I asked her that yesterday, a lot of runs the runs they had were not enough because they got 133. She just said that I'm sure more than 133 will be enough today.
Well, it's good that she's able to see the funny side of everything. Hong Kong, China obviously are coming off a victory, whereas Qatar not so much, so they will definitely be eager to put their first points on the board. And it's a good thing that they won the toss. That will be a big time confidence boost because they decided what they wanted to do and they have the opportunity to execute it without any pressure.
Yeah, so true. I think it's not just the lack of fight. There's fight in this Qatar team even yesterday, but they just were not working with enough runs. They only put on 66 on board and wasn't enough at all, even if they tried to give it a fight. And they must have felt that if they had gotten at least over 100, could have given them a better opportunity. But they just never had runs to work with yesterday. And I think today they feel like if they restrict Hong Kong, China to a small total, they can be able to manage the ranches the way they want to.
And for that to happen, to open the bowling, it's Shaheen Nawab for Qatar. And the openers for Hong Kong, China are Natasha Miles, the captain, and Mariko Hill.
Yeah, Natasha Miles, the captain, leads from the front. And this is also the engine room for Hong Kong, China. Between these two, a lot of runs have been scored for Hong Kong, China. But yesterday, they just never got into the rhythm of scoring very, very quickly.
Well, everybody is set. The umpire is just about to call it play. And we have first ball loading. That's a good start. Everybody's on. Loud calling. Fielders are chirping. Brilliant start.
And the sun has come out very, very nice out of the clouds. There was a scare for some rain, but no chance whatsoever going forward.
A short delivery, glided away to third man. Good fielding there, shot third. Hong Kong China off the mark, and so is the skipper.
Yesterday, Khan had a similar start. The first 2 overs for her, I think she was bowling a bit short of length and she was put away. But later on, when she was able to bowl the ball up front, got a wicket, and she was able to influence things. So I think as the game goes on, she develops, she gets into the game easily.
Another short delivery, this time pulled. There's a slight misfield there. An opportunity for a single and a run out. They claim it, and the umpire says yes. A confusion of all proportions, and without creating an impact, it's the skipper that has to be dismissed.
Yeah, the cardinal scene there, they always say that never run off a misfield. Mariko Hill and Natasha Miles get into trouble because they were trying to steal a single. And that has created a wicket out of nothing for Qatar. You can hear the loud noises. They're very, very happy side, especially when you win the toss and you get a wicket in the first over. That raises your spirits.
And it's the biggest of all fish. It's the skipper. It's Natasha Miles that they've had the opportunity to walk back to the pavilion after scoring only 1 run.
I would say needless running there. There was no need of them taking the risk for that run.
Well, credit to the fielders as well. Yes, there was a misfield, but the throw was spot on, had to be collected cleanly by the keeper.
A very good throw there from Gertrude Chandiru. Good awareness as well. She realized she could back up her partner, and once she realized there was an opportunity, all she needed to do was put in a good throw, and the rest was to the wicket keeper.
Oh, that's a low full toss. She's trying to sweep it. It's taken the top edge. Will it get to the boundary? No, that's brilliant fielding. She stopped it, looks like. A couple of runs for Hong Kong China, yes.
Yeah, you see, that's what wickets does to your game. Everything starts coming together in a good stage. But hat in the mouth moment there for Jaswani. Looked like the top edge was going to fly to the fielder.
Hit off the back foot. This is the ideal start Qatar, especially after a loss, can hope for. And that's the end of the first over. They've lost 1 wicket, have Hong Kong China, and scored a meager 4 runs. Maria Jacob will be sharing the new ball with Shaheen. A successful first over. Dennis, you were at the toss. It is an afternoon game. The sun's beaming out. It's scorching everybody. Did you have an opportunity to take a look at the pitch?
Yeah, lovely pitch as well again. Surprised that you win the toss under these clear blue skies and you choose to bowl first. There should only be one decision. There should only be one decision, which is bat first. Again, if you're in doubt, think about it and then bat first. If you're in doubt again, consult, but still bat first.
But wanting to bowl first has paid dividends for Qatar, so I think they'll be the happier side right now. Oh, that's a good shot. All round good cricket, good delivery, making the batter drive.
Adesh, I think one of the things Qatar is going to benefit from winning the toss and electing to field is that they just never gave their bowlers yesterday a good run out. There were so few runs, so each one of them probably bowled 1 or 2 overs, and that was it.
This was on the pads, an opportunity for a boundary. Instead, a wide given, so an extra delivery to be bowled.
Yeah, so this now gives them a good opportunity for everyone to just bowl their quota of overs and then see what they can be able to work with. So yesterday it was very, very difficult to bowl when there are very few runs.
It looked like it clipped the pads. Oh, that's beautifully glided away. There is a third man. It will be a single. This is smart captaincy, right field placements. There's a fine leg and a third man.
Now, I think something we've seen from all the teams, they sort of just start up very well. They have a good setup. They have a good plan. It's just that later on, maybe when the runs start flowing, they get in trouble.
Yet another good delivery. This is a good start, a great start when it comes to Qatar. They would have wanted to do exactly this, put the pressure on the batting side after having won the toss. Another shot attempted to play off the back foot towards third man. Takes an inside edge for a quick single.
Yeah, Jaswani yesterday played a very, very good hand for her team. She soaked up a lot of pressure, even when wickets were falling around her. She started very, very slow out of the blocks, but as she grew into the game, then she started expressing herself and she helped the team get to a good total.
Oh, that's a loud shout. Everybody's going up. The umpire says no. She says it's going down the leg side.
Yeah, just very pumped up. Qatar. They are appealing for everything. Something will give. And I'll tell you, if they are able to get rid of Mariko Hill very early, then they will be in very good business.
We saw something very similar in the first game as well. That an early wicket can definitely put the batting team on a back foot. That's again very, very well bowled. A very successful over yet again. After 2 overs, it's 6 for 1. Thank you, John. That's a lot of chirping around. Over number 3. Starts off on the pads, an attempt for a single.
And I think I prefer that line from Khan up in the block hole, that you try and challenge the batters in front of the wicket rather than them trying to hit you square of the wicket.
This time it's wide. It's the other side.
I think, Adish, that's the nature of T20 cricket, that wickets is what gets you in the business. The dot balls really get you out of trouble, but it's the wickets that do the work for you. Every time you get a wicket, you're slowing down the other team because someone new is coming out to bat.
You're spot on with that, Dennis. That's a single played at the back foot to deep cover. This is insanely smart field setting. We must attribute this to the captain.
Yeah, Aisha is really one of the smart captains in the tournament. She's right up there with the likes of Indu Bama. And see, they've allowed, and I always sometimes tell teams that the extra cover fielder can be sort of a defensive position, because normally when batters hit it in front, it will just go straight to the fielder. But if you allow them to hit it behind point, it will only race away to the boundary. So you can be smart about it and use it as a defensive option.
Absolutely right. And that's exactly where the ball was intended to go, but went straight to the fielder. This field setting, I have never seen this before. You have a long off and a deep cover, deep extra cover, sweeper of sorts. When did you last see that?
Yeah, I think it's also my first time meeting of the same, but it shows you that it's very smart from the team. They understand what they are doing.
This time it's on the other side. It's a short delivery. There's only two fielders there. It pierces the gap and gets to the boundary in a flash.
Yeah, the short ball has to be on the offside, not on the onside. This one here, Jaswani quickly onto that half tracker. Picks up the length nicely and hits it through mid wicket for a boundary.
As we were just talking about how brilliantly the field was placed, we was also going to give a compliment to the bowler to have the ability to be able to bowl the field that was set for her. Just a slight error. And the correction has done well to finish the over. It's 13 for 1 after 3. Over number 4, Maria to Mariko. Oh, that's a loud shout. Looked like it was going down the leg side. And the umpire agrees.
Yeah, we've spoken about how good this is a batting wicket. But you also have to be very, very careful. If the ball is in the right areas, you have to play the ball on its merit.
Do you think a couple of opportunities like this have been missed on the pads? That's another wide.
You can see there Mariko Hill trying to charge Maria. I think it's just that military medium. It's very, very difficult to play when you get stuck in your crease. So a lot of the batters just try and use their feet to get the ballers off that nagging length.
You can hear fielders from all around the park. That was a delivery in the slot, well driven, but straight to the fielder again. A trend that we've seen all day today. Dot ball pressure, mounting, and only mounting.
Adish, I don't think you can be a coach. You're already pressing the panic button when it's not necessary. It's still a long way to get in the game.
Oh, that was a loose delivery. Should have been taken advantage of. A full toss on leg side. She could have put it anywhere she would have wanted to.
Yeah, missed out on that one, and she was just trying to check with the umpire if the height was good. Umpire acknowledges height okay. Fault is yours.
Short and wide this time, cut away straight to the fielder. But this is what I was trying to make a point about. I understand that I cannot be the best of coaches, but when dot ball pressure is going on, even the loose balls you are not able to hit. It plays with your head.
Yeah, that's the thing. You're very right about that. And I don't know why they just like to run the ball straight to the fielders. Hit the ball with power so that it challenges the fielder as well.
Again, an attempt to glide. This in the gap for a single to third man, but that's a shot every time the ball's outside off stump.
Yeah.
That's the only attempt that's being made.
Yeah, exactly. Every time the ball is outside of stump, the shot is on, that ball can't get you out. But they're just trying to run it off the face of the bat. Yet if you go with power through that fly gully and point cordon, you will get more than just one.
Another wide, second of the over. You make a very interesting point, Dennis, because there's always an unsaid unwritten rule in cricket. When you slash hard. There's no point in trying to glide it down, especially in the power play.
Yeah, why do you want to get one when you can get four?
Absolutely. Take advantage of the fielding restrictions. Well, one more ball in the over. Another successful one. Straight back to the bowler. Another dot ball to finish the over off. 16 for 1 after 4.
Gertrude Chandiro. She's played for Uganda, by the way. Yeah, she used to play for us. She used to be our best player. And she moved to Qatar for work.
Over number 5. Change in bowler, Gertrude Chandiru. A loopy start straight to the fielder. Dennis, you seem to know a little bit more about Gertrude.
Yeah, you said the name very well for someone who's not from there. You got it perfectly right. Gertrude Chanduro, one of the few players I think in world cricket that have had the opportunity of playing.
That's a tight call. There was nowhere to be glided. It's again the shot that we were talking about in the last over. There's an overthrow as well. A little bit sloppy Qatar there.
Yeah, a bit misfields going through everyone and then allowing them to pick up a double. But Gertrude played for the Victoria Powers of Uganda. But a couple of years ago when she moved to Qatar for work, she's been able to work her way into the Qatar national team. And by the time she left, she was on top of her game. She was really the finest player for the Victoria Powers. So Uganda's loss, Qatar's gain.
Well, that's the beauty of the sport. It comes up with stories. Another dot ball. It comes up with stories that inspire you, that make you want to question your own career decisions at some points.
I see you want to be out there rather than in here with me.
Well, I prefer your company way better than anybody else's right now.
But I think one of the fine things that I've liked is that she hasn't slowed down. She has continued that trajectory. Yesterday, when she was batting against Nepal, she's the one that was taking the game to them. And once they got rid of her, sort of the run scoring slowed down for Qatar.
I think the umpire is looking at a little bit of a taping on the bowling arm of Gertrude.
That's if the batters complain about it. Usually, some of them are okay with it.
But there's been some changes being made to that tape.
I wouldn't ask you a dish, you're not a batter, but I was going to ask you if you're always comfortable with bowlers, whether they are putting on inners that are white or have some taping on their hands, because it makes it difficult to pick up the white ball if you have something white around your arm.
That's exactly what's happening here. So there's a little bit of a white tape that was visible in the bowling arm, which is the right arm here for Gertrude, and that's what the umpire is a little concerned about. But to answer your question, it actually doesn't bode well because there is going to be a stop and play, just like how it is right now. And that's not what we want. Even as a bowler, we want to get on with the game, and the bowling side's doing really well. They're putting all the pressure on the batter. We don't need to give them any bit of time or moments to think about.
Yeah, it looks like she had a lot of tape around on her arm. I don't know whether she's injured or something, or trying to protect herself from an injury. And that's why the fees also came out, just to be sure that she will be okay. But usually, first benefit has to go to the batter. If they're not okay with it, then you have to get rid of it. There are no two ways about it.
Absolutely. And looks like she has to have gotten rid of it, whatever the tape was. I think that was a bold call by the umpire. She had to step in.
Yeah, I think if the batter makes a request, because it's also for the batter's safety, you want them to be able to pick up the ball. They could lose the ball inside and then it hits them in the wrong place.
There was nowhere to be cut, but still tried to do it on multiple occasions today, as we've already seen in the short innings. Another dot ball.
I think Qatar have gone with the plan to just bowl square of the wicket because that's where the protection is. But sometimes that plan is, if you find a batter with a strong offside game.
Oh, the sweep comes out. This time, brilliant fielding again. Had to dive at the right time.
Yeah, Maria Jacob with the fielding. Qatar very, very energized this afternoon. I think yesterday, really, the lack of runs is what was their undoing. But after 5 overs, Hong Kong, China is 19 for 1.
bowled the last over of the power play. Jaza Mariam starts off with a loosener, a low full toss, dealt with appropriately for a boundary.
No, I think Jaza really bowled when everyone is not yet ready for her. You can see the fielder, you can see the reaction from the fielder was standing at mid-on. She got surprised that the ball was hit down the ground. No one was ready. I think maybe they thought she's still warming up, going through her run-up, and then she sort of just delivered the ball, because there was still some changes happening in the field before she started bowling.
The same field we saw from this end, we can see there, a long off and a deep extra cover. Another shot straight to the fielder this time in an attempt to go for the big one. Obviously the last over of the power play.
That's just the timing not there for Mariko Hill, but that ball was up in the slot and there for the hitting. Just get it to time it past the fielders who are standing inside the ring. Should get you a boundary. This is the final over of the power play.
Short ball pulled away, not connected as well as she would have liked. Another single.
Yeah,
boundaries are dry.
Again, it's just the timing just not there for Mariko Hill. I think they just try and hit the ball so hard, just trying to tear the leather off the ball. They say good players hit the ball, but great players find the gaps.
Another full toss. Another opportunity.
Yeah, for Yasmin yesterday, really, that was her role. She just soaked up so much pressure that Hong Kong China was under. Then at the back end, she had already played herself into the game. She just sort of exploded and made up for so much lost time.
That's stuck firmly down the ground. There is a long off, an opportunity for two, a slight fumble. They will get the couple comfortably.
Yeah, she's very good between the wickets, Mariko Hill. And she's always eager to get on the other end, which is also a good sign. Sometimes when you bat with someone like that, it puts you in the mood that you always want to run for everything.
The last ball of the power play finishes with a dot. That is 26 for 1 after having put Hong Kong China into bat first.
What a very good power play here for Qatar. They've just made sure that Hong Kong China doesn't get away from them. They're feeling very positive. Even Aisha, their captain, was radiating positivity at the toss. Said if we get them under for a good total, I trust my batters to get us over the line.
Well, sometimes the captain's confidence goes a long way. And considering the fact that she has been in a positive mindset, says a lot about how the team's also behaved in the first 6 overs.
I think sometimes it's just in the names. If you look at the rankings, of course, Hong Kong, China higher than Qatar. But there's really no respect when both teams cross the rope. And we saw what Bhutan did yesterday.
A shot well connected. Catch it is the call. She completely misjudges it. And to add insult to injury, it's crossed the ropes for a 6, the first maximum.
Yeah, Shaheen Nawab, the guilty party in this case, just completely misjudged the ball. The opportunity was there for them to claim that wicket. And what would have been a very big wicket of Mariko Hill. I don't know, I think they had the wrong person in the right place, because they've immediately made changes.
She just walked in a little too much in an attempt to gather the ball. Oh, this is another Yorker, loopy one. She actually yorked herself. There'll be buys.
Yeah, Gertrude there in the mind of Mariko Hill. Second catch we've seen today, just like that, poorly judged on the boundary by a fielder. Bhutan put down Sitarana and she made them pay. But this time, this one very, very early in the game.
Another loopy delivery, hit back straight to the bowler. Despite the keeper standing up to the stumps, they're not afraid to use their feet.
Yeah, as long as you get there. If you get to the pitch of the ball, most times you won't be in trouble.
Short ball, smashed away, straight to the fielder. This is called bowling to the field. Gertrude is not all happy with the throw. It was darted in for no reason. Oh, that's brilliant bowling and brilliant fielding.
No, she's a very good competitor, Gertrude. She doesn't back down from a fight. Those are sort of characters you want in a team because their effort always raises everyone's effort.
Steps down the ground. Single of the last ball to long off. That's the end of the 7th over. It's 34 for 1.
Adish, I think if you take away the 6 from the previous over, could have been a very good one. That score would have been 36. Would have been 36 for 2. I mean 26 for 2.
Catches win you matches. You can't keep staying in the past. That's a single.
Yeah, that's well done by Yasmin. Yasmin will do that the whole day. She's not going to try and pepper anything out of the park. But I think she plays that anchor role very well, scoring at a very good rate, sometimes 70 or 80. But she just makes sure she's soaking up the pressure.
Well, that's actually really well played again for a single. This is what good partnerships are based on. It's not just the boundaries, it's not just the sixes. You got to find your moments to pick your singles, convert ones into twos, and that's how you put the pressure back on.
Yeah, exactly. As long as you keep that scoreboard ticking, then you just never box yourselves into a corner.
Oh, that's a loose delivery. There's no fielder there. Easy pickings. The ball's got to be fetched from outside the boundary ropes. Another 4.
Yeah, very bad ball there from Jazza. Half tracker. And Yasmin has been very, very good on anything ball short. Picks up the length quickly and hits it through mid-wicket for a boundary. A very good player, Yasmin. Understands her game, so she plays within her limits. Once the ball is there for the hitting in her zone, she will go after it. Other than that, she's just coming forward to defend or looking for the single.
And this over's already turned out to be very good. It's a 6-run over. It'll be only halfway through it. Another loose delivery, but this time there is protection. A slight misfield. Never run off a misfield, we say, but they complete the second run. That's brilliant, brilliant cricket from Hong Kong, China.
Yeah, Mariko very, very quick between the wickets, so she's pushing Yasmin. But Qatar now starting to feel the sun in their legs. They're starting to get balls.
They chose to bowl.
That's the thing, that when you choose to bowl, you just need to make sure you get out of the sun as quickly as possible.
Another short delivery. Another punch at the back foot. This time, the fielder on the offside will not be able to cut it off. Another boundary. Third one.
Yeah, not good bowling at all here from Jazza. And I think Aisha didn't realize that the fielder behind her was so wide. There was never going to be a chance for her to cut it off.
This is turning out to be a very big over for Hong Kong, China. Another short delivery, this time straight to the fielder. That's a single, a good throw. Would have had the batter in trouble, but she's made her ground comfortably. And that's the end of the over. After 8, it's 48 for 1.
Yeah, that's something I was telling you. Adish, I was just trying to tell you that Yasmin always starts very, very slow. And now she's already 22 from 22 balls.
I don't know what I'm enjoying more, Dennis. Is it the breeze, which is very hard to come by today, or the cricket?
I think both of them, perfect combination for a good day of cricket.
Spot on.
Yeah, because of what Yasmin is doing, it just doesn't put so much pressure on Mariko Hill to be the one with the responsibility of scoring runs. So they sort of complement each other very well because both sides are scoring runs.
Gertrude for her third. Short ball. Cut away straight to the fielder. We absolutely make a very valid point. The aggression that Yasmin is displaying here gives Mariko all the time in the world to be able to build an innings and anchor it. Loopy delivery for a single.
Yeah, you can see there from Yasmin, she just knew where she wanted to play the ball so that they get that easy one. Keep protecting the strike. Because there's so many gaps right in front of the batters.
That will be called a wide. This is an attempt to be able to bowl to your field, where you have a packed offside. That's not the best ball to be bowling with a packed offside, but there is protection there. A single to deep mid wicket. They've employed the sweep shot as and when required, have Hong Kong, China, and they've done it successfully, I must say.
Yeah. Very, very good player, Mariko Hill. And see she's trying to get the advantage and get on top of Gertrude. I don't know about you, Adish, but I always like my protection in front of the wicket rather than square. Because when you find a good batter, they can always hit when you open up the big side of the field if you're protecting the square of the wicket. Good batters will always find the gap that they want to find.
That's hit in the air. Catch it was the call, but it won't get to the fielder. It'll only be a single.
Yeah, Yasmin now starting to get confident. She's using her feet.
Just adding to your point, do you think this is defensive bowling then?
Yeah, I think it is very defensive, but...
Again in the air, catch it is the call. The fielder tries to get there. Will cut it off. There will be 2 runs. Brilliant running between the wickets again.
Yeah, Rana, the fielder in question this time. I think the mistake for her reaction was very, very late. I think she just reacted to the shouts of her teammates when they said catch him. But that was a hit very flat and was coming quickly to her. So the option would have just been to just save the runs rather than try and go for the catch. But 9 overs gone, 53 for 1.
Well, 9 overs done, 53 for 1. Just adding to your point, despite the fact that she reacted a little late to that catch, she did well to recover and not let the ball touch the boundary ropes.
Yeah, that's the important part. At least saved an extra 2 runs. You can see it even in the image. It's so hot. You can see Mariko Hill on the other side just trying to take a break.
Short ball, pulled away. Not the best of starts. It's a new bowler. Roshni Sebastian. Bowls for off spin. Would want to be a touch fuller. Exactly there. That's well driven. There is a fielder coming up from long off. Will they get a double? Yes, comfortably.
Yeah, I like the teamwork in that question. Stop the ball and just throw it to her captain just to rein it back in.
It's really good teamwork. Except for the drop catch. they haven't been bad at all on the field, have Qatar?
No.
That's another lobbed up delivery. Tried to slog sweep it but could get only a single. And we have drinks at the end of this over, Dennis. A
Yeah.
much needed break for both sides, especially Qatar.
Yeah, so much. Even us here in the comms box, even if we're in a shed, we'll need some drinks.
That's a catch shout. The fielder will not be able to get that. Will only be a single. That was a tired shot.
Yeah, you can see Mariko Hill again. She goes down on her knees because she's really tired. It's very shearing hot out there.
And Yasmin also. That was a shot out of tiredness. She didn't get any connection on it. Steps down the ground for another single. To long off.
I think for the batter, sometimes you come off and you feel like you need to dip yourself in ice before you can feel alive again, and then go back and continue the innings.
Another single to long off. It's not them that wants to dip themselves in ice, it's also me. It's scorching. And that's the end of the 10th over. The run rate is at 6. Hong Kong China will be very happy with it. They're at 60 for 1.
Yeah, you can see on the other end, Mariko Hill had to get rid of the extra baggage, which was her thigh pad, just to make sure she can catch a break. But 60 for 1, even the poise at the halfway stage, the teams will take a break. So shall we.
A much needed drinks break. It's a hot afternoon. At the end of the 10 overs, Hong Kong China would be in a comfortable position, 60 for 1. But it's the next 10 overs that will matter for them. Because it is hot, the players are tired. They will want to get a move on and try to put up a score more than 133 for sure.
Yeah, more than 133, I know. And the bowling changer for Qatar, KTJ Imtiaz, is the new bowler. That break, I think, needed all around the park for everyone.
Still a few changes being made to the field.
Yeah, now Qatar just need to be very careful in the final 10. Here's where you can win the game or lose it if you let them get away.
Oh, that's actually a very good start. Again, using the same tactic of wanting to step down the field and try to get your singles and doubles. It's actually very good to see Gertrude advise the bowler and the captain all the way from the boundary. So she's as involved as a senior should be.
Yeah, she's very has experience, captain Uganda as well. So she's been here, done that.
The energies are slightly back up. That would have been a wide. Short ball, a nothing delivery. Has it gone in the gap? There is a fielder. She will cut it off. Funny enough, it's only a single.
Yeah, poor, very, very poor ball. The problem is that it hit so much power, so it went very quickly to the fielder. And Mariko's still struggling. I think this is the sort of weather where you want to put a couple of ice cubes in your shirt and just keep running around.
Short ball again. Pulled it this time to long on. That's good fielding. You can see Mariko fiddling around with her pads. Her lower back is also seeming to give her a little bit of stress. Gets down the track. It's a full toss. Only for a single. She is definitely tired.
Yeah, a bit of disappointment there by Mariko Hill because she got to the pitch of the full toss and could only get one. I think the drinks didn't help so much because she's still struggling from the non-strikers.
Well, all balls have been singles so far. So they are keeping the scoreboard ticking.
I tell you, Adish, that this style of play works both sides, but works on both teams. Because for Qatar, if you give so much in the first innings, you sort of come back in the second innings when you're already spent, because you spend so much time trying to chase down balls.
Absolutely, you make a fantastic point there. That'll be the end of that over. It was a very quick one. It's 67 for 1 after 11 overs, and we see Mariko Hill still struggling. She's got to find out a way to beat the heat and continue.
Yeah, I think what you can do in this situation is just to take a medical timeout, just to allow someone else to come on and keep it going, have fresh legs out there. Because now even Yasmin will be thinking about her partner. You don't want to push them so hard because you don't want to lose the wicket. But again, you're in a situation where you need to kick on, find second gear, try and get a good total.
But wouldn't that also mean you're putting a new batter in and breaking momentum? A momentum of two set batters is never easy to get back.
Yeah, I would rather the former, because the bowling is not very, very tough, or it's not dangerous bowling. So any new batter will come in and still keep it going. So I would think you're better than that rather than losing her wicket.
Change of bowler. Stays pretty standard. Maria Jacob still playing around the field. We have a deep square leg, a third man, a long on, and a wide long off. But she goes for the big one. She connects. And it has gone all the way. Who did we talk about? Is it Mariko Hill? Does she really not have the energy in her? Who said?
Yeah, maybe she's trying to go in the slots. And Mariko Hill, this time, without a doubt, powers this one for half a dozen. Half second in the game. Even if there were two fielders on top of each other, and that one, it would have still gone for 6.
That was the cleanest of all hits we've seen. I think she's just decided to take the bowling on. She doesn't want to run anymore.
Exactly, that's what I'm thinking. That's why I said that losing her wicket could cost more rather than her taking a medical timeout.
Shot again. Glided away to third man. A slight misfield there. Mariko Hill wants to come back for the second, but it's... Yeah, that's actually good thinking.
Yeah, what a great effort there from Sagam Patel. Just looked like the ball was going away from her and it was coming very quickly.
Struck hard straight down the ground. Will the fielder have a chance? Yes, she does. She's done that really well. She saved 2 runs for her team and put Mariko Hill under pressure again.
Yeah, so much pressure. The tools there won't help Mariko Hill at all. But I'll tell you, over the 2 days of the tournament so far, the ground team from all the teams has been brilliant.
Slashed away. She's looking for the gap between backward point and point. Mariko Hill is down on her knees again. Not the best of signs, but she's still pushing through. And that's the spirit everybody needs to take away from. That was a Yorker, hit straight to the fielder, misfield again. And Mariko Hill has to come back for a second, albeit easily. She wouldn't be very happy about it.
Yeah, very well done there by Mariko Hill. She's playing through a pain barrier, but she's just hanging in there for her team. She knows how important this is. In this particular group, you feel that 1 and 2 could probably be Nepal and Hong Kong, China. So before they face off, you want to make sure that at least you're in a good position. You do the first thing first, which is make the quarterfinals.
Oh, an attempt for a scoop. Understands that there's no fielder there. That's brilliant batting, beautifully placed, and gets a boundary.
Yeah, Yasmin there is out there in the middle having the time of her life. Just gets inside the line very, very quickly. Uses the pace of the ball just to get it in the empty fine leg region.
Well, that's not the best sign for anybody to see a player on the floor. Mariko Hill.
A strong character there, Mariko Hill. Trust me, I think if it was myself, I would have just walked off already.
That's actually a healthy score at 12 overs. It's 82 for 1. They're going at a very good run rate. And from here on, they should be looking at 150 to 155.
Yeah, and they still have some power in the team. Chan Kahing and Miriam Bibi can all hit a long ball. Remember, these two came together when they scored 6 for 1. 6 for no loss. 6 for 1. So they've done well together.
Oh, the Suns decided to step away for a little bit. There's a breeze blowing. Mariko would take that any day. And so would we. Steps down. A single to long off. Mariko would have thought she would have missed out.
Yeah, I hope she'll have something left in the tank for her fielding. She's very, very important for Hong Kong, China in the field.
Oh, another misfield. Qatar started the day off really, really well on the field. There are a couple of off chances that they've missed. A couple of overthrows. They're getting a little sloppy here, Dennis.
Yeah, they're starting to get tired. I told you this heat works on both teams, not just one.
Full toss, not being able to capitalize. Long off will cut it off. Shruti.
Again, especially because Yasmin and Mariko have been running 2s and 1s. That means they're also making sure that the Qatar women put in some leg work.
That's a short ball that's pulled away in front of square for yet another boundary.
Yeah, what a good shot there from Yasmin. Gets it to the boundary through the mid wicket. I think it's just a placement for the fielders out there in the deep, which is wrong.
At one point, it was Mariko who was taking charge, but Yasmin very quietly has moved on to 44 and had a very good strike rate. Struck firmly straight down the ground. A single to long on.
I told you that's our style of play even from yesterday. The very silent killer. You never see them coming, but by the time you check the scoreboard, she will be up in the 50s.
Oh, that's a nothing delivery, and Mariko Hill has definitely missed out. She's tired. She's losing the plot. That's the end of the over. It's 90 for 1.
Yeah, I don't know how much leverage the umpires honestly can give you because you're eating into the time that of the team that is fielding.
The support staff is out helping her with electrolytes, with some hydration. I think they will be having a conversation about if they want her to continue batting right now or take a slight break, like you said, and come back.
Yeah, because they say a long way to go in the first innings. 7 whole overs.
The only thing I would be concerned about if I were Hong Kong China is that there are 2 set batters who are batting really well. They've sighted the ball. They can see it like a football now. Would I want to break that partnership and get a new batter in, especially just before the 15th over mark?
High risk, high reward Adish. Take a risk because, like I told you, they still have some firepower. It's not like they're out of resources. And Yasmini now is already in her element. For her, she can be able to carry on and battle the way.
The discussion seems to be going on, and Mariko Hill looks like she is going to continue playing.
But usually I think it comes down to one thing, safety first. Can the player be able to carry on without causing any damage to anything?
To herself and game time. She's back on her feet. That's very good news for Hong Kong China. This is the most crucial phase for them. They've got the platform that they want. They would have wanted, especially after losing the toss. And if they can go big, it's the time to capitalize.
Yeah, very good. The foundation is solid now. I think from here on, they can't score anything less than 120. It would be unforgivable if at least they don't score more than 133 runs.
That number would definitely be in their minds. 133, they would definitely want to go past that. Roshni Sebastian to continue with her off spinners. A nothing delivery again. A big appeal. Completely missed the sweep shot.
Yeah, she's been connecting those the whole day, but I think she got a bit greedy. So a half track and her eyes lit up. Never connected with it. I was feeling for her. I thought she was going to be given out.
It was only the keeper that went up.
Yeah, looked very, very tight.
Oh, hit straight back past the bowler's head for a single to long on. Brings Mariko Hill back to strike. It'll be interesting to see how she goes about this. She'd had a few energy drinks. Oh yeah, she's got the gas in her. Converts it into a full toss and gets it straight down the ground for a boundary.
Yeah, save your legs, Mariko Hill and Yasmin, because that was hit very well. Straight bisects the 2 fielders out in the deep and to the boundary.
I think that would have been the message from the dressing room as well. Mariko, we want you to go big. It's okay, you've done your bit for us. We have a couple of more power hitters to come. It'll be interesting to see what she does. Another loopy delivery, misses it altogether. Keeper also misses it. Will it get to the boundary? That's a good stop. Just a single. They're not risking Mariko again.
Wondering the buy is indicated, but that's what I was telling you about Hadish. You can see now Mariko can't take twos anymore. That means that you're leaving some runs on the table, which is a dangerous thing. That was a comfortable double, but they could just jog through the one.
Ball calls need to be made. Who will make it first? Flat batted straight down the ground again. This time long on will cut it off. Mariko this time wants a second and she comes back comfortably. That's a brilliant run.
Yeah, she had to. Ever inching closer to.
Yasmin on 48. Moves on to 49 with that single. And the team, Hong Kong China, is also on 99.
One of the things Yasmin has done so well today and I've liked is the use of her feet. Every ball that has been tossed up, she's just been using her feet and gets to the pitch of the ball. Something she has added to her game from yesterday, so that's a good thing to see.
And that's a quick turnaround time as well to be able to add a skill like that. Understanding how the bowlers are bowling, being able to get those singles and doubles despite the heat. We can see Mariko Hill is still down.
Yeah, but I think you can't be doing this each and every over. Just it's into the time for the team that is fielding.
I think the umpire is stepping in, having a conversation. It definitely wouldn't be easy batting under the helmet.
I know, just the conditions very, very unforgiving on the human body. Of course, even sometimes the players, you're coming from a different environment. It's a new environment. It's just match day number 2 of the tournament, so you ask so many things of the human body. It's not a machine.
Very, very right. Well, 6 more overs to go. From here, where do you think Hong Kong China would actually be happy with?
Yeah, I think 150 is really their target. It's still on course. They have an opportunity, and now I think she's made the decision just to take herself out of the game for now. I think she has played a very good hand for the team. Big partnership between herself and Yasmin. Over 90 runs in that partnership. I think she's done more than a job for her team. So, very, very unselfish decision. But the team always comes first.
Absolutely. Brave call, but she had to take it. She knew she had to save herself if needed for the rest of the innings, and obviously on the second innings as well. So she departs right now temporarily for a very, very well made 41, and in comes one of the bigger hitters you were talking about.
Yeah, Chan Kahing yesterday played a very, very good hand for her team. Some lovely shots. When a left-hander is on fire, they put on some of the best spectacle.
And the new bowler for Qatar, Kushera Saravanakumar, bowling on leg spinners. We saw one leg spinner already pick up the Player of the Match award. Starts with a loopy delivery, hits straight to the fielder. She'd be a little disappointed. She could have put it out anywhere.
Yeah, she just needs a 1 run just to bring up a personal milestone.
I don't think that's what she'd be thinking about. Just a repeat of the first delivery.
Yeah.
She's just keeping it as loopy as possible, giving the ball as much air, taking it above the line.
I think she's overthinking it, and Khan from the other end has just told her to just calm down. Don't worry, it's going to come.
Third time in a row, this time given a wide.
And imagine now when you get, I think she's a bit nervous. She's been using her feet well coming down to balls that are flighted. But now she's stuck in her crease.
She could try to potentially convert it into the full toss and take it on. But it's a good contest. Fourth on the trot, swept away for a single and a very, very well made half century by Yasmin Daswani. Her bat goes up. She's played so well, especially after losing an early wicket. She's taken her team from strength to strength.
Yeah, personal milestone for Yasmin Daswani, 50. But also the 100 comes up for Hong Kong, China.
She's contributed more than half the runs there. Shows how crucial she's been. Well, the new batter, a left-hander, Shan Kai-ying. She is a power hitter. This will be a little bit of a test for the Qatar bowlers, bowling to a right-hand, left-hand combination, especially as we near the death overs of the innings. Oh, she steps down. A missed opportunity, gets her hands, and a missed field again. Twice in the same delivery. That's very, very sloppy from Qatar. Gets a boundary. That's Shan Kai-ying.
Yeah, Lihara, the replacement fielder for Qatar. The ball busting through her hands, but even the backup couldn't stop it from going to the boundary. That's a gift from Qatar.
She actually wanted to step down the track considering how airy the ball was, but she realized she still had the time to sweep it. Exactly same. This time goes to hand. Only a single. A repeat of the last delivery.
Yeah, Chan Kahir has come out with a hot blade and she's connecting with everything. But I think the matchup is also in her favor because Savakuma is trying to bowl leg spinners, so they just come into her and it's easy for her to sweep them.
Field on the offside comes up. Oh, very, very slow. Very, very loopy at all the time in the world to be able to pull that for a single. Gertrude is not happy with something. She wants, I think, the fielder to be a little more attacking.
Yeah, she's just shouting that Maria just attacked the ball instead of waiting for it. And she knows if they are up against a very big total, it will become a mountain for them to climb.
That's the end of that over. It's 103 for 1.
Usually the complexion is always different if it's 150 or 111.
It also plays with your head. When you know you have a smaller total on the board to chase down. But Qatar, who seem to have started the innings off really, really well, haven't been able to find their way back. Their partnership just kept going and kept taking the game away from Qatar. They will be desperate for a wicket here, which they are. They're entering the last 6 overs.
Yeah, as much as they say catches win you games, I think partnerships.
Correction, last 5 overs. Another bowling change. This time it's the skipper, Aisha. That's in the air. Hit down to long on for a single.
Yeah, that single will bring up their 100. Just confirm that score on the graphic. But at least we can be sure that it's 15 overs that have gone.
There's a change in the field for the left-hander. Long off comes back in. There is a close-in catcher, a gully of sorts, a backward point, a deep cover, a mid-off, a long on, a pretty standard field. Another change being made. Another fielder coming to protect the offside.
Yeah, Miriam Bibi is not yet in there, so just need to confirm. Because Yasmin is still out there batting for her team. I was going to say that they say catches win games, but also I think partnerships build innings. And that close to 96-run partnership between Yasmin and Mariko Hill has just put Hong Kong China in a very, very strong position.
An attempt to sweep it. Misses it.
So the problem is, I don't know whether it's a problem, but maybe it's the wisdom of the bowler. There's just no pace in the ball. So either use your feet and get to the pitch of the ball, because when you get stuck in your crease, then you'll need to generate a lot of power to try and hit the ball.
And clearly she favours the sweep shot. Punched off the back foot. Long on for a single. They will expect Chan Kai Ying to start taking the bowlers on, while Yasmin sticks around till the end in case. There is a faulter. That's an attempted stumping but missed it. There was a wild swing and a miss.
Yeah, the keeper stands so far back and the ball is also slow, so it doesn't come quickly to her.
Oh, that's brilliant batting. She found that there was no fielder there. She got herself into the right kinds of positions before the ball was delivered. Just had to give the ball some direction. Another boundary for Yasmin.
Yeah, very, very good there from Yasmin. Moves very, very early and gets herself into position to play the shot. Intelligent player, understands where the gaps are and where she wants to score her runs. So that clarity from a batter is always very, very useful.
It was a very, very good over up until that point. Ends with a boundary. Crusader will continue.
Yeah, the score is Nelson for 1 after 16 overs.
What we've noticed in this tournament so far is that the bowlers, there's not a lot of bowling rotations immediately. It happens after a bowler has bowled a 2 or 3 over spell, which gives enough time to a batter to be able to judge what's coming their way. Oh, that's in the gap. That was so above the eye line. She had to step down, take it on the full, and once she connected, she knew there was nothing could stop that delivery. Starts the over off with the boundary.
Again, good use of the feet there from Chan Kahing. Meets the ball on the full toss and through the gap to the boundary.
That's a wide and will sneak a by as well. There's 2 runs given away for free.
Yeah, Chan Kahing first jogged the single and then she realized maybe there's a chance for a second. Decided to take off, but it was a bit too late.
Interesting to see what Yasmin is going to be doing here. She is the set batter. Crusader comes back over the wicket. Enforcements on the offside. A packed 30-yard offside field.
Yeah, but you can see Getry just trying to make sure that they don't get a no ball for having so many fielders outside of the inner ring.
With the field up on the offside, do you think that was the right kind of lines and lengths that Crusader is bowling, giving the ball so much air?
No, not at all. I think those are the wrong options. The challenge for them is a left and right combination. So some fielders are getting lost in the maze of the left and right combination.
Steps down and sweeps again. There's a shout for a run out, an opportunity at the bowler's end, and will again get an overthrow. That's 2 runs given away again. Another overthrow opportunity. No. Gertrude is not happy with what's happening.
Yeah, the back end. That's the thing, that if you've been in the field for the last 17 overs, you start to get clumsy. All you need to do is just hold the ball. Most times, if you hold the ball, no one is going to attempt to take a run.
She takes it on the full and attempt for a catch, and Gertrude holds on without any mistake. The big fish. What a catch.
Yeah, came straight to her very, very quickly. And Gertrude showing all her experience. There was nowhere to hide for her anyway. It was straight in her face and she had to take the catch. Hong Kong, China lose their second wickets.
And walks in Mariam Bibi, the vice captain. She would now have to spend some time in the middle, anchor the innings for just have a few sighters basically, and then also start to get going.
Yeah, man, Mariam Bibi is a good batter. She loves these moments. She's born now for the back end of innings. Yesterday we saw what she could do with the ball. She won the Hong Kong China that game with the ball at the back end. Bowled a brilliant 18th over. Bowled a brilliant 18th over that really turned the game for them. And this time she's come. The less number of balls, the better for her to operate. Let me put it that way.
Absolutely. But considering Gertrude, who was screaming at the top of her lungs with that overthrow, just 1 ball before the wicket, she's actually showing it. She's showing the way to everybody on the team how we go about this business. We're playing with slip now. That's flat batted for a single.
Yeah, Mariam Bibi immediately gets off the mark. But she can't hit a long ball. She's a very, very good player under pressure. And I think that's why yesterday they were sure that she'll be the one to bail them out.
Attempts the reverse, connects it. And that will reach the boundary. We can hear the applause from the Hong Kong China dressing room. That was innovation.
Yasmin today has enjoyed herself. This time going the other way, realizing where the gap is, and just make sure she plays the ball with a spin and gets a boundary. Remember, she was trying to hit it like square cut, and always the ball was just going to the fielders. This time she's like, why am I bothering? Let it go the other way where it is going.
That was also because there was a fielder at slip. So one fielder who's supposed to be at the 30-yard circle was inside. She knew, she sensed an opportunity there. A little bit of that correction could have been done from Qatar. That was game awareness. You can have a slip for the new batter, of course. But for an already set batter, she knows exactly what's coming her way.
$127 for 2 after 17 overs.
That's a catch it call that goes down to ground. The third one that they've dropped today.
Yeah, came very, very quickly, the ball to Khan. But it's unforgivable again, should have been taken.
Straight to the fielder, but that's another chance gone begging for Qatar. They would be extremely disappointed with how they've played after the 4th over.
Yeah, I think they've been their own enemies with the chances they put down in the field.
Short ball again, straight to the fielder. Another misfield. An opportunity for a run out, but they make it back easily.
Yeah, I can see the captain, Aisha, they are very, very unhappy. She needs some help from our fielders.
Steps down, powers it. But the fielder at long off does a very good job. That was a fantastic throwback.
Yeah, very, very good job there from the fielder, because once they pick up the ball, they make sure they throw it in quickly, just to deny them a second run.
Well, that should lift the spirits of the Qatar fielders. Oh, that was a nothing delivery. That would be another boundary. And the umpire is also signaling a no ball. An extra delivery, adding insult to injury.
Yeah.
A 4, and that will be a free hit, Dennis.
Yeah, a gift there from Aisha, the captain. And especially if you're bowling it to Yasmin, who's now seeing the ball like a football, she will just punish you. And you have to repeat that delivery.
Trying to play some mind games.
Yeah, I got out of it the moment she saw that Yasmin already shuffled across her stumps.
Where do you expect this one's going, Dennis? This is a free hit.
Inside the line and then paddle, or a reverse sweep.
Or she punches it straight down the ground, connects it well. Fielder also does well. She'll only get a couple of runs. Well, Yasmin. Well, that free hit worked in Qatar's favour.
Yeah, I think they just gave away, just cost them 2 runs.
That's the end of that over. It's 138 for 2 after 18. What will be surprising from here on is to see if Mariko Hill will take the field in the second innings.
Yeah, like I mentioned, I think she's very important for them in the field. Yesterday, she took a catch under pressure when Bhutan was all over them and chasing, coming after their 133. So there's some leadership that she provides when she's on the pitch. And she's gotten a good break. Physio puts you in a bit of ice just to get you going, just to sort of reset the body so that you can keep going.
Well, for the 19th over, it's Gertrude back into the attack. All her experience will be on display. Starts off with a short delivery. Has gone in the gap and will get a boundary. Not the start Gertrude would have wanted, but that was a nothing delivery, Dennis.
Yeah, nothing ball, a poor delivery there from Gertrude. She can only blame herself, because there was so much work to do for the fielder. I think also the placement for the fielder was wrong.
Now the fielder square legs drops back. But that's still a big gap. Oh, that's a big shout. Completely played down the wrong line. Did Yasmin? The umpire says no. Gertrude is in a rush to finish her over.
Yeah, and that's an area we spoke about that Qatar haven't done enough, bowling wicket to wicket.
Oh, she's found the gap beautifully. Stepped down the ground. There's only 2 fielders there. She had to pierce that gap, and she did that very, very well.
Yeah,
another boundary.
Beautiful shot there for Miriam, the on-form player. Uses her feet and then just opens up the cover region and gets a boundary.
That's a single. Gertrude, using all her brains, follows the batter. But the score that we've discussed is almost here. Dennis, they're touching 150 with an opportunity to go a little more than that.
Yeah, for Hong Kong yesterday they struggled with their 133.
There will be a wide. Extras not helping. The heat not helping. Dropped catches not helping the Qatar players.
Yeah, what is helping?
I'm short of words. She takes it on the full, bludgeons it. Absolutely no chance. Gertrude is disappointed with that effort. She feels that should have been stopped.
Yeah, that should have been stopped because I don't know how even Miriam Baby found the gap. Because usually that is just going to the hands of the fielders.
There will be a change in balls. This one's gone past the fence. And that boundary brings up the 150.
152. Strong position for Hong Kong, China. It's a rugby pitch, that's where that ball is hit. So I think it just goes into the rugby. I don't know how many balls they find, the rugby players, maybe when there's sort of a state cricket match here.
Oh, punches that again very, very hard. Will only get a single. But this has been some fight back after losing an early wicket. One more over to go. They're at 153 for 3 are Hong Kong, China. Just from a pure selfish perspective of having watched good cricket, good batting today. In case Yasmin doesn't get to her century, I would be a little sad.
There's no I in team, so the team comes for first. But I think she's played a very good hand for the team. Today only the captain missing out, Natasha Miles. There have been contributions from all over the park.
Maria Jacob to finish things off for Qatar. Mariam Bibi hits that straight along off. That's attacking fielding. Well, this is an area of the game that Qatar have, for some reason, not focused on. Backing up hasn't been the best. We've seen a couple of overthrows and overthrow opportunities as well.
Yeah, very true. I think they've just gifted some runs to Hong Kong, China.
That's an attempted scoop shot and she gets it successfully to the boundary. The fielder was interested for just a little bit.
Yeah, Yasmin Khan today having the time of her life again, using the pace of the ball. Gets inside the line very, very quickly. Second boundary, she's milked through that region.
She didn't get inside her line. She went into the next pitch almost to be able to play that because that was almost on the wide line.
Yeah. Today everything she's touched has turned into gold. She'll just be running out of balls to get to your century.
I'm still rooting for that to happen. I'm going to be a little selfish.
She has only 4 more balls.
3 more sixes. There's a definite call for 2. Will the fielder cut it off? Yes, she will. A couple of more runs.
And that's what I was telling you, that the amount of effort you give in the field as Qatar can also affect the way you come out for your second innings. They've made to work all over the park. It's not like the 160 has only come from boundaries, but Hong Kong, China has been running well between the wickets.
She screams for it, but it hit the pad for a single to fine leg, and the umpire will so signal a leg by as well. That's 2 more deliveries to go in this innings. And Mariam Bibi will try to capitalize on at least one of those. Where's this one going, Dennis?
Not so far, just went very, very quickly to Gertrude. Gertrude, who has been the standard, also letting one of the balls go through her.
Well, the heat's almost getting to her as well. We can see that it's beating down. The shoulders have dropped. There's certain cheers that we can still hear, but they've been demoralized. Oh, that's a powerful shot attempted straight to long on. Will that be a double? No, she will settle for the single. And that will be the end of the first innings. 164 for 3. That's a mammoth total for Hong Kong, China. They will be very, very pleased. And there's somebody that needs to be credited for this. After having been put into bat first, losing an early wicket, Mariko Hill has to be given all the accolades possible to have stitched that partnership with Yasmina.
Yeah, Mariko Hill put her body on the line. Together, they combined for a big partnership of 96 that has put Hong Kong, China on the brink of their second win in this Group B encounter. But a fine performance from Hong Kong. Good response from them after being asked to bat first. Qatar had early inroads, but just never built on that and capitalized. They've been a bit sloppy in the field, gave away so many runs. And now they will be looking at a very big total. 163 is what they will need from 120 balls when we come back for the response after the break.
Welcome back to the run chase. It is not going to be easy for the Qatar girls. They have a steep total, a mountain to climb ahead of them. The umpire is on. Hong Kong is ready to go, and it's actually very, very good to see Mariko Hill on the field. You are very, very right, Dennis. She's an integral part. She needs to be there. Her experience will add value.
Yeah, she's very, very important to the team in the field. And it's good to see that she's been able to freshen up and come back for this second inning. But a tall mountain to climb for Qatar. They need 163 runs from 120 balls. Not going to be very easy for them. And Ikra Saha will take the new ball for Hong Kong, China. Hong Kong, China, the partnerships have gotten them in this position. And one very big one of 96 between Mariko Hill and Yasmin. That really deflated Qatar. And the rest of the flourish provided by the rest of the batters that came in. Mariko was unable to finish the innings because she needed a break. So I think that will go down as retired her. But it's the first ball here from Ikra Saha.
On the money, slightly on the shorter side. But that was well played as well. So what's great to see about today is we've already seen a team successfully defend in the morning game.
Yeah, Fatima Mukaddama is the batter for Qatar. But Qatar have changed something about their batting because yesterday Gertrude Chandiro opened the batting with Fatima, if I remember correct. I don't know why they've gone away from that plan because she has the ability to hit inside the power play. And when you're chasing a big total, there's no saving best for last.
That was a swing and a miss. The ball's still moving around a little bit, despite the sun being out. There's an immediate conversation in the middle between the batters. Yeah, if you can't take advantage of the power play, you need your best player to bat those 6 overs.
And one of the things I really observed yesterday is that they don't have so much batting, so you need your best to go in there very early. Otherwise, they can everyone can be getting out around them, and then they end up being stranded on one end.
165.
It's sort of that plan where you sort of go to the casino and spend all your money.
And try to win big.
Exactly. Go big or go home.
Well, Qatar haven't started off the way they would have liked. It's 5 balls and not a single run scored. This one needs to go. And the attempt is there. It's in the air. Will it get to the boundary is the question. It slows down. It will be a couple of runs. So Qatar are off the mark. It's 2 for no loss after the first over.
Yeah, a very interesting style there from Fatima because she backs away from the ball. Sumei is the opening partner for Ikra from the rugby pitch end. Very, very aggressive yesterday, the Bhutan batters against Sumei and Ikra. This is where the problems were for Hong Kong. They just never got the control that they wanted. It's really the slow bowling options that they got them back into the game.
Swing and a miss, a gentle outswinger. They're playing with a slip. They've taken the attacking approach. They want the batter to play. They want to create that opportunity. This This is good bowling, good captaincy from Hong Kong, China. That's taken the edge. There is the third man. It'll only be a single, but it's good to see their plans almost working out.
Yeah, I thought it's going to hunt for a second, but just ran through the gap. Sometimes when you can take a risk when you have a big total, you just send a player and just give them a blank check, just to try and go gaga.
Catch it is the call. There's the confusion on the non-striker's end. She made it back.
Yeah, touch and go. I think Mariko Hill did realize that the run-out opportunity was on. So she took her time to sort of throw the ball to the bowler, Su Mei. But the batter was really struggling for ground.
Oh, an under edge, just missing the stumps. Fatima is disappointed. She thought there was an opportunity there. That was too full to be pulling. The umpire gives it out. That was a nothing shot. That was a pressure delivery. She had to go for the big one.
Yeah, wrong shot selection there from the batter. That was a full delivery, nowhere to pull it, and just got themselves in trouble. I see that from Su Mei. Wicket to wicket, you miss a hit. But she wasn't very, very confident in her appeal. I don't know why. But the umpire acknowledges the appeal and gives her out. So this is what Qatar didn't do very much in their innings. Just bowling wicket to wicket. Just try and challenge the batters. Bring the wickets into play.
Absolutely, you're spot on with that. They started their innings off like that, but they somewhere just lost the plot. But Su Mei doesn't look like she is. Slip still in play. There's a third man waiting for Skyer. And the edge is taken. Goes down to third man. Another single. And that will be the end of that over. It'll be 5 for 1 after 2. Oh, that's some steep bounce there for Ikra.
Yeah, such a very good effort ball there from Ikra. Yesterday she attempted a couple, especially in one of the incidents. She had run all the way down and then the batter backed her at the last minute. She wasn't very happy after that. She tried to send a couple of balls down her throat.
Oh, that's really well kept. That was going away from the keeper. She had to time her dive to perfection. Just straying astray.
And guess who the keeper is? Someone who's been in for the whole innings. Yasmin Dawani.
Is there anything she can't do?
bowling, I guess.
Oh, that's flicked away. There is a fielder there. It'll only be a single. But you know what though, if today, based on how she's played, if you give her the ball, she might actually pick up a wicket or two.
I know, one of those days that all the stars are aligned in your favor.
She's been instrumental in putting a total like that on the board. Oh, that's another swing and a miss. That's some good wheels from Ikra.
Yeah, I'll tell you, very, very good pace here from Ikra. We saw what Kabita Kumal did in the morning from that same end. 24 balls and only conceded 5 runs. So seen some very good pace bowling today.
That's a big shot attempted. There's no fielder there. Marika Hill will have to backtrack and only fetch it from beyond the ropes. That's another boundary.
Yeah, an interesting shot because the ball was on a good length. Then she just sort of threw her arms at it and had the wheels to go all the way for a boundary.
Qatar do need a move on. Fatima's faced about 9 deliveries now. She's got her eye in. She needs to be the aggressor.
I don't know, I was going to be worried, and Ikra apologizes to her keeper because the keeper was still fixing her gloves. Then Ikra started on her bike.
Well, today you don't do anything against Yasmin. Whatever she says, you do. Another strong shot straight to the fielder though. Will be the end of that over. After 3, it's 10 for 1. Well left. The ball's still moving a little bit.
Yeah, I don't think that's the choice of shot that you want to play right now if you're chasing down 160. Not so many balls should be left alone. It's a ball outside of stump. Just try and throw your arms at it.
This time it's on the other side. It will be given a wide. A little bit of an overcorrection. She realizes that she's got some pace to work with. One of these will have to start going big. Another swing and a miss.
Yeah, I think the idea and the execution are two different things. So you need to have the ability and the skill to go big.
Very similar to Qatar, Hong Kong women also lost a very early wicket. But that's when the experience of those two came into play. Oh, that's cut away very, very, very hard, but straight to the fielder.
Yeah, a top effort there from the fielder because the ball came very quickly to her. Again, because at the start of the game, they needed 8 runs every over. If you're moving at 3.5, means in every over, if you don't make up the runs that are required in that over, they are carried forward.
Another swing and a miss. So basically what you're trying to say is with every ball that doesn't touch the boundary ropes, you're digging yourself a bigger pit.
Exactly. So the runs are just carried forward. So if it was 3 in the previous over, then in the next over it will probably be 4. And the trend will continue until you start making sure that the scoreboard is ticking.
There's a small change to the field. Fine leg comes back in. And the deep point fielder now in play. She has been trying to play that cut shot quite a few times this over. This time it goes to the left of backward point, and it will reach the boundary.
Yeah, too much width on offer there for Sumei, and very easy picking there for Krisheta. I think it's just in those angles, it's very, very difficult to anticipate the ball and carry it off. That's why for me, I prefer the wicket opportunity that she got, just ball wicket to wicket. The players haven't shown any power, so for them to hit you down the ground, they'll have to play out of their element.
Another strong shot. This time there is a fielder to cover. She will cut it off. It'll only be a single, but definitely a better over than all that have gone by. After 4, it is 16 for 1. Ikra with her third. She's bowling well. She's bowling quick. She is one of the premium bowlers. Right on the money again. Dennis, I had a question about this. We've seen this trend over the last 3 innings. You have a bowler who's starting the innings off for you. When do you know exactly when to stop them? Because they are your strike bowler. She's got her pace. She can bowl the bumper. She knows what she's doing. Don't you think you can use her a little better? Save her overs.
Yeah, exactly. You just, I think you've asked the question and answered yourself as well, because it's always important. It's the thing is, when you're a captain, you sort of get a bit excited if someone bowls a very good over, and then you're thinking maybe let me give them an extra one just to give us the advantage. But then the advantage now could be the disadvantage later, when their over could have been more useful to the team in the bigger complexion of the game. Looks like seems like as if the bat as a whole, everything's just going through. There's no connection there from Krisheta.
Krisheta needs to get a move on here. She's striking less than 50 at the moment. And this is a target that was bigger than the target of the first game. So you need to be all the more attacking. Place that fine enough and will get a boundary. Is this the move on that the Qatar girls were looking for?
Yeah, the mistake there coming up from Sumei because she was in the wrong angle, and then the placement just made it difficult for the third man to cut off the ball. And there's so much pace on the ball from Ikra. That's why I tell you that's a wrong position to stand in, especially if there's a third man. And see again, because this third man needs to be on their stronger side if they're right-handed. That's the only way they'll be able to run around and cut off the ball.
Minor changes being made to the field. There's a little bit of a confusion with that short third man and the deep third man fielder. Oh, that slashed and slashed hard for another boundary in the over. This is the move on that they were looking for.
Yeah, I was just going to say that that's a mistake that you make. You can't put the third man between the keeper and the person at fly gully, because then they are in no man's land. They're not going to save anything, especially if it beats the fly gully. Looks like a fly gully or third slip or something. But that one hard flash there from Krisheta, and there's good pace on that ball. And see there Ikra deflated.
Well, wanting to give her the extra over is being proven costly. Gives the Yorker well. That's a good comeback delivery.
Yeah, exactly. That was the point, Adesh, because if you go for 8 runs now, it could have been better for you to go for 8 runs later on.
Absolutely. At the end of 5 overs, Qatar are 24 for 1 and, dare I say, are in pursuit of the total. Mate to continue. Short and wide. The batter is asking for it. The umpire says no. But this is what's baffled me. You tried one of your premium bowlers for her 3rd over on the trot. She was expensive. You've again done it. Oh, that's in the air. Is that why she did it? Almost producing a wicket. That was a nothing shot.
Yeah, almost never counts. But just to speak about Adesh, what you said, just and that's the difference in leadership. We saw what Indubama did in the morning. Just never allowed the batters to get comfortable with one bowler. So she kept tossing the ball around. I thought that Natasha, for them to comfortably get on top of Qatar, they had to make sure that they squeeze these first 6 overs so much and then keep stretching that lead and make it bigger for them to be able to be comfortable after the power play.
That slashed away hard as well. There is a sweeper. We'll cut it off. That's a good return. It'll only be a single. But it's not like they've been very expensive. The odd boundary here or there. It's just that they could have rotated their bowlers a little bit better is the discussion right now. Because 26 for 1 with 2 more deliveries to go. Even if these 2 deliveries are boundaries, it wouldn't make that big a dent.
Yeah, the thing is that the point should be, and the point I'm trying to make is you need to have resources.
It's straight.
Yeah, you need to have resources that can be useful for you later on at the back end. You just never know how the next 14 overs will unfold.
Well, Hong Kong China thinks that it wouldn't go to the back end. Last ball of the power play coming up.
I think that's why insurance companies make a lot of money.
Another swing and a miss, and that's the power play, guys. It's 26 for 1 after 6, and the target remains at 165, and the run rate is at 4.33. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, Chan Kai-hing, the new bowler for Hong Kong China. Yesterday she had an off day with the ball, but she's really one of their best bowlers in the team. That's the thing about all-rounders. She had a good day with the bat and a terrible day with the ball. That's why I know a coach back home who doesn't like all-rounders, because
starts off with a fuller delivery, almost on the wide line. You were telling me something about coaches not liking all-rounders.
Yeah, because he feels that they normally give, because he thinks that they normally give their best in only one skill and not the both of them. When they bat well, they won't bowl well. When they bowl well, they won't bat well. So he would rather work with specialists. You have only one job and make sure you do it well.
But if it's your day and you're an all-rounder, that's hit in the air, just outside the stretched hands of Mariko Hill. Will not reach the boundary. It'll be a couple of runs. But do you think that effort could have been a little bit better?
Yeah, I think she just mistimed her dive. And my money was on Mariko Hill pulling off a blinder. Yesterday she took some big catches under pressure. Oh.
That's beaten everybody. It will not reach the boundary. Will be another couple of runs for Qatar.
Such a beautiful ball there from Khan Shaheen. Deserved something. But Krisheta will live to die another day.
She has upped her strike rate a little bit. Is that a cotton ball?
No.
It looks like she is walking. And yes, there is a wicket. Hong Kong, China are celebrating. That is the softest of dismissals we've probably seen in the tournament so far.
Yeah, the wicket out of nothing there for Hong Kong, China. There were even muted celebrations. I think they were not sure whether it had grounded or was a clean catch. Krisheta was starting to motor, but unfortunately she has to go back to the hut. Qatar losing their second wicket, 31 for 2. Again, Qatar continue to hold back Gertrude Chandiru. I think they're trying to prepare for the back end, just have some power at the back in case it goes down to the wire.
First over outside the power play, a wicket goes. In walks Sargam Patel, wicket-keeper batter. She didn't keep wickets today. An interesting passage of play. We want to see what will the Qatar girls' approach be here. They need a move on. That's brilliant fielding, good backing up, all round fantastic cricket from Hong Kong, China.
I don't know what the plan could be for Qatar, but I think foot on the gas even in the corners.
It's taken the edge. There was a full-length delivery to be able to play from the back foot. Still somehow manages to get a single, and that will be the end of that over. It's a successful one. 32 for 2 after 7 are Qatar.
Can't feel the humid conditions in the shed. You have to feel sorry for the players. I think each one of them will need an ice bath after this game.
That's a wide delivery down the leg side. Starts off with a wide. Ruchita Venkatesh. Another short delivery. A one-handed attempt. Could she have gone with two hands there? Mariam Bibi. There was definitely a clear chance.
Yeah, bad ball nearly got a wicket. That one should have been punished to the boundary. But they say bad balls sometimes are the most difficult ones to put away.
Especially for good batters. Another short delivery. This time straight to hand. No mistake. Shanka Ying, after picking up a wicket in the previous over, this time takes the catch. Another wicket down for Qatar. They're losing the plot here. And they're losing their wickets. It's all coming tumbling down.
I don't know whether that is the plan there for Venkatesh. Second half tracker. That one should have been hit in the bush. But ends up finding the waiting hands of Khan Shaheen, who takes the simplest of catches. And Qatar lose their third wicket, 34 for 3.
We have two new batters in the middle. Joining Sargam Patel will be Shahreen Nawab. Left-hand, right-hand combination. Ruchita Venkatesh picks up a wicket, immediately creates an impact in her first over itself. Funny enough, they're not going with a slip, considering how short she's been bowling.
Yeah, if she wasn't bowling short, just new batter getting a slip, the ball going away from her.
Single play down to long on. She's off the mark. Oh, that's an attempt for a big shot. Should have connected, but got nowhere near it.
Yeah, I got surprised there, Miriam Bibi, the keeper. Because I think if she was batting, she's thinking, these are the balls I'm hitting.
A wide called. Another delivery straight to the fielder, turning out to be a fantastic over.
Yeah, very eventful over. I think a lot of the balls that Ruchita has bowled should have been put away. But it's just the connection that is missing from Patel and Khan.
That's a wide. She'll have to bowl an extra delivery there, Ruchita. Well, you're very right, Dennis. A lot of these balls should have been dispatched. It's not the best batting that we've seen so far. Was that a nick? Was that an opportunity? It sounded like there was one.
Yeah, you said that today we are going to forgive Yasmin for anything that doesn't go her way. It sounded like a very, very thick nick.
It's never easy, these catches.
No, not very easy. They come very, very quickly to you when you're standing up. But the missed opportunity for Qatar here, I feel, Adesh, is that maybe if they had someone like Gertrude out there in the middle batting, these are balls she can easily put on toast and then just score enough runs. because the two batters that are in there, they're just not making a good enough effort. Yet the bowling is not threatening at all.
Now after 3 down, if the next wicket falls, and after which if Getrit comes in, it doesn't make any sense. It's in the air. There's a call for 2, but it'll only be a single. But after 4 wickets or 5 wickets down, you get your best player in. Doesn't make any sense. The game's already run away from you.
That's the thing. I mean, you've just made a mole turn into a mountain. So you also make it very, very difficult for them to just take down anything.
That's an attempt for a sweep. A big appeal. The umpire says no.
Looked like a getaway shot there from Patel.
There are opportunities being created here. It's about time. Again, a fuller delivery played off the back foot. Big appeal again. Umpire says no again.
So the good thing that we saw in the innings that Yasmin played is that for anything that had flight on it, she was using her feet and getting to the pitch of the ball. These are some of the lessons you said that Qatar needed to take from the first innings and how Hong Kong put them together.
It's played away just past the short fine fielder. Deep square will cut it off. That's a good return. Another single.
They got a big total, but not everything was being hit out of the park. So, yes, those notes could be helpful for them as they try and chase it down. Wow.
It's missed everybody completely and will get to the boundary. That's 5 wides. It's an extra delivery as well. Much needed for Qatar.
Yeah, wides indicated. Chan Kaheng playing for Qatar because that's a gift down the leg side. None of the batters is even trying to take you on. So just keep putting it right there in the block hole.
Another cotton ball attempt. Just missing. Shan Kaheng. That'll be the end of the 9th over. It's 45 for 3.
You know Hong Kong scored 100 runs in the last 10 overs. They had 60 at the halfway stage.
Ruchita continuing. At the halfway mark in the first innings, Hong Kong China was 60 for 1. They're not very far behind. A couple of boundaries will bring them back on track.
Yeah, that's a thing. That's now they'll just need to make sure that they have the ability within themselves to do what Mariko Hill and Yasmin were able to do. Otherwise, the comparison will mean nothing.
A pull shot attempt goes nowhere. Sargam Patel is struggling to put bat on ball.
I think that's both of them have just struggled just to put away those bad balls because it's not the bowling is not amazing. There are a couple of opportunities to score runs.
It's wide, almost a wide, tickle down the leg side. Will it get to the boundary? Fine leg had to do a lot of running there. It'll be a couple of runs for Shireen Nawab.
It's very well played there by Khan, just working the ball off her pads. Was unfortunate not to go all the way to the boundary.
Ruchita hasn't bowled the best of deliveries in the 11 balls that she's bowled so far. Hardly 2 or 3 good deliveries. Everything else has been very, very short. All hit me balls, but Qatar haven't taken advantage of a single one.
I agree, Adish, and I think maybe let's just say that this is a good plan from the captain of Hong Kong China, realizing that maybe it's a good moment for her to just bring in her part-timers and ensure that they take care of business in the next half. But at the halfway stage, 49 for 3 Qatar in response to a required target of 165. Still a long way to go in the game. Turned for Hong Kong China in the second half. Let's see what happens when we come back after this drinks break.
Well, the last 10 overs of this run chase starts off with a full toss, an attempt to catch. It'll only be a single. There's really good fielders patrolling the boundary. New bowler, Joylene Dhaliwal. Starts off with a full toss. Dennis?
Yeah, Joylene, not a good start from her, but again, the 50 has come up for Qatar.
Another full toss, almost carrying. There will be a check of whether it's a no ball or not. There's no reactions from the umpire, which means there will be a clean delivery.
Yeah, Adish, this was really my worry, that you can see all these balls can be put away, but the two people out in the middle just don't have the power.
Swept away for another single.
Yeah, they don't have the power or the skill to just negotiate them to the boundaries. So it's sort of instead of getting 10, you're just getting about 5 or 4 runs every over.
Another low full toss, this time dallied to long on for a single. Hong Kong, China are going through the overs so quickly. That's a strong shot. We'll get to the fielder at deep square leg on the bounce.
Yeah, what a good arm there from Mariam Bibi. Straight to the keeper's gloves and right on top of the stumps. Mariam Bibi, specialist bowler for the back end for Hong Kong, China.
She also let down a catch a little while ago. She tried it with one hand. Is there a drop chance?
Yeah, should be.
Everybody reacts that way.
Exactly, it should be. I think there was something on it. But I would like to remind you, you told us to forgive Yasmin for anything.
I still stand by my statement. She is the reason Hong Kong, China are in this position. And it's okay to give her a couple of chances.
Yeah, 54 for 3 after 11 overs.
Ruchita continuing with her third over.
Ruchita now bowling her third over. I hope that now she has found her line and length, because the first two have been all over the place.
Still on the shorter side.
Not yet there. Not yet there.
Well, games like these are warm-ups technically for you to find your lines and lengths before the business end of the tournament. Stuck firmly. There is no long off. Will be a boundary, a much needed one for Qatar.
Yeah, it's been a long time coming. Yeah, finally, Sagam Patel finds accesses the boundary. I think it's with the way Ruchita bowls that she needs so much protection for her not to leak runs. But you can't protect everywhere, unfortunately.
Well, we'll have to wait and watch if this boundary turns the tides in Qatar's favour. Good comeback delivery there. They need over 100 runs in less than 8 overs to do it. Just over 8 overs to do it, sorry. A big shot attempted. Has it gone in the gap? No, it hasn't. The fielder at long on almost slipped.
Yeah, now Patel starting to go into the game. First time I've seen her using her feet.
Two is the call, but will only be a single to long on.
$60 for 3 after 12 overs. Scoring at a rate of only 5 runs every over, Qatar. They need some big overs.
The equation is very, very simple. 105 runs needed of 48 deliveries. That's more than run a ball. And that is something, from whatever batting we've observed, is the steepest mountain Qatar will have to ever climb.
Yeah, easier said than done, so there's still some work to do.
That's a full toss. No ball's already been signaled by the leg umpire, but still no connection. They're not able to put bat on ball at all. That'll be a free hit, Dennis.
Yeah, I'll tell you, Joelin and Ruchita, the way they've bowled, they're just lucky that they are working with a very big total.
And extremely poor batting.
So many hit-me balls that haven't been put away. And that's where you sort of feel that Qatar they could have done so much better in their choices of batting options.
It all goes back to the toss. You won it. You could have batted first without any pressure. Could have put all the runs you wanted on the board.
I've never been a big fan of chasing down totals. Our junior coach used to tell us runs on board are runs on board. Even if you get 2, the other team has to first get 3 for them to be declared winners.
Steps down the track, connects it well. Will it bisect the fielders? Yes, it will. Another boundary for Qatar. They move on.
Yeah, very well played there by Sagam Patel. The free hit, Joelin made to pay and goes to the boundary.
Long on's a little straighter now. Long off is still wide. Again rocks on the back foot. Another single. Mariam Bibi is probably one of the better fielders in this tournament. She's not let anything go past her except for that half chance. And that throw, she's got to rock it up.
Very, very powerful arm, so you don't want to take her on.
Another swing and a miss. Not helping Qatar's cause at all. At the time where you need to be striking at over 200. Yes, then. Another single. Again, loose deliveries not being put away has been the story of the day.
Yeah, they've just made the bowlers look very good when they are not necessarily that good. The required total is now under 98. It's under 100. It's 98.
Another push off the back foot. That'll be a single. You can see Ruchita warming up again. They've been very, very good on the field as well, Hong Kong, China. That's high up in the air. This should be taken. And it's dropped. It's put down. That was a sitter.
Yeah, continues from yesterday. Butterfingers there for Chan Kahing. She can't hold on to anything. This time the simplest of catches just never picked it up out of the sky and didn't get her settle herself well. The chance goes begging for Hong Kong, China. 70 for 3 after 13 overs. I love the faith that Natasha Miles has shown sticking by Venkatesh. I think she has also realized that they are not trying to take her on, so she'll just keep her in the attack and bowl her full quarter of 4.
Quick single there. Is there an opportunity? There's a big appeal. And the finger goes up. There was no run there, Dennis.
Yeah, looked like a very, very comfortable single initially. But Natasha Miles took her time. One bounce throw to the keeper. And the keeper has been doing the rest. Sagam plays another good hand, but just not enough from her. I think she wasn't striking the ball as much as the situation required. 70 for 4. Aisha, the captain, now out to bat for Qatar.
Still no Gertrude. Makes me wonder, is everything all right?
I'm starting to get worried as well. I don't know whether she was feeling she's uncomfortable coming out now.
From Hong Kong, China's perspective, it's a good time to be able to test your bowlers out before you start the business end of this tournament.
Yeah, exactly. I think as we get closer to the business end, the teams will be tougher then. So you need to make sure that at least each of the bowlers is ready for the task ahead.
Oh, that's another edge. Oh, beautifully stopped. That was a very difficult chance for the keeper. This doesn't need any kind of forgiving. Dennis from Yasmina.
No, it doesn't need a difficult one. And I think for me, credit to Joylene there. She realized that if I try and chase down this ball, it may go all the way to the boundary. Puts her body on the line and immediately cuts it off to keep it just to the one run.
That's another single to the skipper. Out of everything here, I'm just fascinated by how strong Mariam Bibi's throws are. She's got a rocket hand, and either end, she's got it on the money. There was a wide full toss down the legs that has to be given wides. It will be cut off. It will be a couple of runs. So plus the wide will be 3 runs. 3 bonus, 3 runs.
Yeah, gifts already. Venkatesh offers her apologies, but I just feel that today she's been off the mark. She's been off the length. Hasn't bowled anything that will threaten the batters or create opportunities for her team.
Another poor delivery. Extremely short. There was calls of 2, but nobody's taking on any Hong Kong Chinese arms today.
Everything has looked like a hit me ball from Ruchita.
Oh, that's Boulder. The skipper persisted with Ruchita Venkatesh. And just about when she's finishing her spell, she bags another wicket. Is this curtains for Qatar, Dennis?
Yeah, more or less. I think more inroads. Half of the team now is back in the hut. But the best ball, saving the best for last year from Ruchita, right up there in the stumps. And she makes sure she makes the breakthrough. Lose their 5th wicket, Qatar 76 for 5 after 14 overs.
And to answer our question of Gertrude's well-being, she's out there in the middle now. A little too late, I want to believe. But let's see if she's still got some fireworks in her to be able to try and make a game out of this. That's a quick single there.
Yeah, summer post here from the captain. Must be a personal milestone for her. You can see they are running over to give her a bear hug, Gertrude. We'll just find out for you and let you know what's happening. But a personal milestone for the captain after she got that single. I don't know if the umpire allowed her to go run over. Sometimes some teams can be tricky. They run you out. I've seen it happening in a tournament where I was doing commentary.
Now we can see a little bit of the applause from the Hong Kong Chinese girls as well. Still trying to figure out what the applause is for. But considering that everybody's applauding, let's also do that. Congratulations on whatever the milestone is.
Exactly. They never come easy when you're playing international cricket. I'll tell you the situation after this game from Khan Shaheen.
Let's flick the way off the pads. There'll only be a single. Mid-wicket will cut it off.
You're in a situation where Uganda was playing against Zimbabwe and they needed just 2 runs to win with the last wicket. So the Zimbabwean bowler bowls a no ball, and it hits the Ugandan batter on. Wow.
That's bolder. That's a short stay for the skipper. After celebrating a personal milestone, she has to depart. And that definitely looks like curtains for Qatar in this run chase.
Yeah, very true. I thought the skipper was staying long enough just to hold the run chase together with Gertrude Chandiru. But her departure just means that now they've just dug a deeper hole. And from here on, it's just damage control. Because they're now 6 wickets down for only 78 runs.
This is what we were talking about earlier in the innings. Your best batter is Gertrude. And if you send her at number 6 or number 7, it doesn't really make any sense. Because now, more than half the team is gone. And she's got nothing to play with.
Yeah, exactly. She was going to run out of resources, and usually she may just be stranded on one end.
Jaza Mariam on strike will be greeted with a wide.
Jaza, the new batter. So the ball struck the striker for Uganda on the chest. And the reaction from her partner, who was on the other end, was just to run across. To try and go and check on her partner without actually consulting the umpires. Remember, it's 2 runs off 1 ball, and it's a final wicket. The Zimbabwe team just collected the ball and wiped off the bills on this side.
Was it declared out?
It was declared out.
Well, if it's in the loss, it's within the loss of the game.
Yeah, they were well within their right to wipe off the bills. But remember, it was a crunch situation, so anyone was going to take anything. We saw what Nepal did in the morning.
That's the end of that over. After 15, it's 79 for 6, with 86 runs needed in the last 5 for Qatar to be able to make a match out of this.
Yeah, I think now the grip is with Hong Kong, China. They're just going to make sure from here on there is no more damage to their total and see out the game.
This will also help with their net run rate. The sooner they wrap this up, the better for them, and that will be the aim. They've been very, very chirpy, very active on the field, all round a brilliant performance. They've never looked disturbed at all, despite the early wicket that they lost. Very well rallied by their skipper. He's got to take silent credit for everything that's gone Hong Kong China's way today.
Yeah, Mariam Bibi comes into the attack from the rugby pitch end.
And starts off beating the batter.
Yeah, best against the best. It's not a bad plan here from the captain, Natasha Mile. I think realizing now she has to go to more experienced campaigners.
She's going to appeal for an LBW, but somehow bat on ball happened. That'll be a single. Really well bowled. She's making the batter play every delivery.
Yeah, Miriam a specialist here at the back end, so she won't go out of that block hole.
Another swing and a miss.
Yesterday, under so much pressure in that 18th over, she stepped up and picked 2 set batters that nearly took the game away from Hong Kong, China. And once they got rid of those 2, it was game set match Hong Kong, China.
Jaza Mariam is yet to get off the mark. And will continue to stay on 0.
I think we saw it happening in the first game how Robina was managing the tail. She was turning down ones just to make sure she keeps herself on strike. Wouldn't be a bad plan if Chandiru decided to go to the same.
Oh, that's a big call, and the umpire gives it out. Mariam Bibi strikes on her first over, leaves no chance. You were spot on when you said that she will try to attack the stumps, try to be in the block hole, and that's exactly what she's done.
Yeah, she will never go away from that block hole. I was actually just worried for Jaza because if she nails a decent Yorker, she could be in trouble. Toe crusher, that one gets rid of Jaza. And QATAR now 80 for 7. I hope it's not the same scenario. You can see Jaza is trying to stay on because the next batter is not ready. But if Hong Kong, China are watching the first game, it's now 80 for 7 QATAR.
Shan Kaying here to finish her spell off has been successful today. 3 runs with the bat, with the balls also bowling all her 4 overs. Well, that's a well connected shot. There is a fielder and will judge it to perfection. And who other than Mariam Bibi to take that catch, their best fielder.
Yeah, all action player Mariam Bibi takes a very, very good running catch to get rid of Gertrude. Yeah, you need something special to get rid of players like Gertrude. And a very, very good running catch there from Mariam Bibi. A live wire in the field and a 360-degree player. Very, very good in all 3 skills of the game. She can bat, she can bowl, and she can definitely take catches.
Well, with Gertrude's wicket, it looks like it's all but over for QATAR. They don't seem to stand a chance, and it's only a matter of time now.
Yeah, they saved up for later, but there won't be any later now because the task was too big. There's no point in hanging around while wickets are falling around her. She had to do something, but unfortunately, she just found the waiting hands of Mariam Bibi. The 3rd wicket for Kan Chaing.
Making her one of the contenders for player of the match, although I believe there are 2 better contenders for that.
No, Chan Kahing, unfortunately, this game I don't think will be won because of the ball.
Player of the very last second, there will be an opportunity for the run out, and the finger goes up. She dove so early. I thought she would make it in time, but she just stopped even before they reached the crease.
Yeah, it's just the momentum just never got her over the line. But it was no run. It was a yes and no call. And then that hesitation is what created the opportunity for the run out.
That was a nothing delivery. She just tried to glide it straight to the fielder. Look at that. She dove and just got stuck, I believe.
Yeah, just got stuck. I think she just thought she would slide into the crease, but just never got the momentum to take her over the crease line. Maria Jacob will be the final batter for QATAR.
And Hong Kong, China will look to finish this innings off before the end of the 20th over so that they can add more points on their net run rate. That's a big call again.
Chan Kahing are trying to bait Maria Jacob, tossing the ball up in the air. It's now looking like a training session for Hong Kong, China.
Yorks herself. One more delivery to go in this spell for 4 overs where she's already picked up 3 wickets, giving away only 17 runs. Beated her again once more. Didn't fall for the trap.
Yeah, that hasn't fallen for the trap, but a good return here for Chan Kahing. 3 for 17 in her quarter of 4. It's now a procession to the end. I think the result very, very sure in favor of Hong Kong, China. The rest from here on is just a formality.
And ideally, West Indies would want this formality to come to an end very quickly.
Credit to Qatar. I think they've made the Hong Kong, China work very hard. They pushed the game all the way to the end.
That we saw in the first game as well by Bhutan. Mariam Bibi continuing, place that in the gap. Will only get a single. And she will be looking to finish this off in this over.
Yeah, most definitely. Why drag it for so long? If you can nail one perfect Yorker, I think she'll have picked up her second wicket.
And that's a brilliant catch. I kept asking you to forgive Yasmin for everything she's done today, but with that catch, she is definitely the contender to win that award. What a brilliant take. And it's all over for Qatar. They're bowled out for 81.
Yeah, a super take there from Yasmin behind the stumps to cap off what has been a very, very good day for her. Carried a bat through for the team in the first innings. But they've just made sure they finish off the job in this particular over. 2 wickets for Miriam Bibi, 2 for 2 in from 8 balls to go with a very good catch she's taken in the field. And a very good harvest for Hong Kong, China in this second game here at the KTJ Oval on match day number 2 of the ACC Women's Premier Cup in Malaysia. That will wrap up things on match day number 2. Hong Kong, China get the win, 2 out of 2 for them. Again, it's back-to-back losses for Qatar. And in this Group B, Qatar and Bhutan, the only teams yet to get off the mark. And you must say firm favourites to move on to the quarterfinals. Hong Kong, China with Nepal.
Well, that's a quick match summary. Hong Kong, China, after losing a quick wicket, came back so strong. Courtesy Yasmin Daswani and Mariko Hill, they put up a brilliant total of 164 on the board. Qatar, in response, were bowled out for 81. No intent, nowhere to get the runs, and maybe the heat contributing to that a little bit. But that is the second loss for Qatar already in 2 days.
Yeah, Qatar, the unfortunate team to be on the wrong end of the result after winning the toss. The 2 teams today that won the toss, just both of them on the wrong end of the result. But the teams that have batted first have both of them picked up victories. The favourites in the group will be coming up together to find out who will win the group. But at least you can say for now, for sure, that both of them will move on to the quarterfinals. Big win for Hong Kong, China against Qatar. And that will conclude proceedings here from the commentary box, Dennis Musali. But Adish will be coming up with the post-match presentation. And just stay with us to find out who is our player of the match.
Welcome to the post-match presentation here at the KTJ Oval. It's been an exhilarating day of cricket, and to be able to present this Player of the Match award, may I please invite the match referee, match official Edwin. Thank you, sir. First on, multiple brilliant performances today, but there were three mainly in contention for the Player of the Match award: Yasmin Daswani, Mariko Hill and Kai Ching. But the Player of the Match award goes to Yasmin Daswani for her brilliant performance with the bat. Could you please come up and collect? Yasmin, can we please have you for a quick chat? That was a brilliant performance, especially after losing a quick wicket early on.
Thank you. No, it was good to build a partnership with Mariko and then with Carrie and with Bibi. So it was just good that people stayed in afterwards after losing that quick wicket, and I think we kind of capitalised at the end. We took it a bit slow but then started capitalising later on.
At the halfway mark, did you think that the total that you put on the board, was it enough, or did you think that you were a few runs short?
I think we wanted to push it, so because we had wickets in hand at halfway mark, we were like, okay, well, we've batted now, we've got ourselves in, so let's start accelerating.
That's brilliant. You've had a fantastic day on the field and that brilliant catch at the very end. Congratulations to you. You can rest well, and thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you.
Moving on, let's invite the captain of the Qatar team, Aisha, for a quick chat. Tough luck, Aisha. It's not always good to be on the wrong side of things, but where did you think it went wrong for you today?
I think we controlled them in the first 10 overs very nicely, and then I think we bowled in the areas which they were stronger, and they capitalized that very well. So yes, we have to work on our bowling and come back.
That's a fair answer, but do you think that you kind of lost the plot? Had you won the toss and decided to bat first, do you think it would have been a little different story for you?
Yeah, we were going with the fielding plan because we knew that our bowling lineup was very strong and we could hold them under 120. But it didn't work as in our side. But due to even the weather conditions, and most of the youngsters are playing, so yeah, so maybe.
Of course, it's been very hot, and it is very tough to be on the losing side of things, but you can go back to the drawing board, figure out how to get things right, and I wish you all the very best for the next games.
Thank you, sir.
And it's time for Natasha to come and join us for a quick chat, the winning captain. She'd be very happy with the performance of her team. If there's one positive, there's multiple, I know, but if you had to pick one, which one would it be?
I think putting a big score on the board. You know, we've come together as a batting unit. We know that it doesn't matter what comes at us. I think we're very confident that our unit, it bats really deep.
And what happened to Mariko Hill there? She was struggling to run between the wickets. The heat was getting to her. She didn't she didn't come into bat again. Is she all right? She did field after a bit.
Yeah, she's fine now. Yeah, just a bit of heat and just adjusting to the humidity and heat of Malaysia. But I think she's fine now.
And the two players that really stepped up for you today, Yasmina and your left-arm spinner, they were brilliant.
I think, yeah, they did a great job there in the middle. Yaz and Mariko batted really well, putting a real good platform there after the early wicket that fell. I think as a bowling unit, you know, there's still stuff that we can work on a little bit just to be really tight with ourselves. And if we're going to be really strict on ourselves, there's a little phase in the middle there of the fielding innings we could have done better. But I think for the most part, our girls bowled really well and did well to restrict them.
Well, 2 wins in 2 days. You couldn't have asked for a better start. What are your plans for the rest of the day?
To relax, I think. 2 back-to-back, and we've got a day off tomorrow. So I think just to relax, get our bodies back and reset and regroup a little bit, prepared for our last group game against Nepal.
Very well done today. Get that rest. You will need it for day after tomorrow. Thank you for talking to us. And
thank you very much.
And that's it from the presentation area.